Hi students, welcome to this online class. This class is all about an exam was conducted, class test 1 on 16th February. The subject is data science and machine learning. Let's see what are the questions were asked and explanation of each and every question so that the explanation will help you in writing the final examination. The exam is for 20 marks, part A and part B. Part A consists of 6 marks and part B consists of 14 marks. In the part A, so I asked you 3 questions and each question carries 2 marks. The first question was, what are the advantages of NumPy arrays over classic Python lists? NumPy is a core library for scientific computing in Python. It provides a high performance multidimensional array object and tools for working with these arrays. A NumPy array is a grid of values, all of the same type, and is indexed by a tuple of non-negative integers. The number of dimensions is the rank of the array. The shape of the array is a tuple of integers, giving the size of the array along each dimension. These are the advantages of NumPy arrays. When you compare with classic Python lists, it consumes less memory. It is faster as compared to the Python lists, and it is convenient to use. Let's see the second question. How does supervised machine learning work? There are 3 types of machine learning. We have supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement machine learning techniques. In supervised learning, builds a model that makes predictions based on the evidence of the presence of uncertainty. This algorithm takes a known set of input data and known responses to the data that you can also refer it as output and trains a model to generate reasonable predictions for the response to new data. Supervised learning uses classification and regression techniques to develop machine learning models. This is the way the supervised machine learning works. In the third question, I ask you 2 parts. The first one is what is entropy, and it carries single mark, only 1 mark. Entropy, it relates to machine learning. The measure of randomness in the information being processed. Means whenever you have higher entropy, it's very harder it is to draw any conclusion from that information is. For example, flipping a coin is an example of action that provides information that is random. For a coin that has no affinity for heads or tails, the outcome of any number of tosses is difficult to predict because there is no relationship between the flipping and the outcome. So this is the essence of entropy, to know how much randomness the information is being carrying. The second one is what is data science. It is an interdisciplinary field, consists of data mining, machine learning, and big data. The data science uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge and insights from noisy, structured, and unstructured data. So it applies knowledge and actionable insights from data across a broad range of application domains. So that's the first part of this question paper. Let's see the second part. In this second part, I asked you 3 questions. You are supposed to write 2 questions. Each question carries 7 marks. Let's see the fourth question. What are the ways a data frame can be created in pandas using some examples? In real world, a panda data frame will be created by loading the data sets from existing storage, and the storage can be anything: SQL database, CSV file, or Excel file. So panda data frame can be created from the list, dictionary, and from a list of dictionaries also. Now see data frame is. A data frame is a 2-dimensional data structure, consists of rows and columns. Data is aligned in a tabular fashion in rows and columns. That is a matrix also. A data frame data sets arranged in rows and columns. We can store any number of data sets in a data frame. We can perform many operations on these data sets like arithmetic operation, column or row selection, as well as addition of the column as well as rows. Let's see what are the ways do we have. The first way is called, you can create using multiple ways. So first we have to create data frame one by one. First of all, create an empty data frame. It is possible to create empty data frame using like this. So df is equal to, right, pd dot data frame and print df. Now it gives the output called empty data frame. Columns are null, index also null. This is the way you can create an empty data frame. Now create data frame using list. Data frame can be created using a single list or list of lists also. It's also possible you can create the data frame using dictionary of nd arrays as well as lists. To create data frame from dictionary of nd array or a list, all the nd array must be same length. If index is passed, then the length should be equal to the length of arrays. If no index is passed, then by default index will be range of n, where n is the array of length. The third one is called here from list using dictionary. So creating pandas data frame from the list using dictionary can be achieved in different ways. We can create pandas data frame from list using dictionary using pandas data frame. With this method in pandas, we can transform a dictionary of list to a data frame. Look at the dictionary. What consists of is name, Aparna, Pankaj, Sudhir, Giku. Degree is MBA, BCA, MTech, MBA. Scores are 90, 40, 80, and 98. Now df is equal to pd dot data frame of dictionary and print it. The values comes like this form, rows and columns form. So these are the ways we can, it is possible for us, data frame can be created in pandas. The second question is, or the fifth question is in part B is, prepare the decision tree for the following table using cart algorithm. A table have been provided to you and you are supposed to prepare decision tree for this one. For this one, already explained in the following video. Just click on the video to know the exact answer for this question. Even though, let's see some basics. A decision tree is a supervised machine learning algorithm that can be used for both regression and classification problem statements. It divides a complete data set into small subsets, which at the same time an associated decision tree is incrementally developed. The final output of decision tree is a tree having decision nodes and leaf nodes. Can operate both categorical as well as numerical data. And here we are using cart algorithm. CART stands for classification regression tree. It is a greedy algorithm and that greedily searches an optimal split at the top level. They repeat the same process at each of the subsequent levels. The next question asked is called compare between regression and correlation is. This is the question. Correlation is, the name says, it determines the interconnection or correlationship between the variables. While if you come to regression, how much independent variable is assigning, is identifying the dependency variable value. Means how an independent variable is numerically associated with a dependent variable. When you see second comparison, in correlation, both the independent and dependent values have no difference. However, regression, both the dependent and dependent variables are different. The primary object of correlation is to find out quantitative numerical value expressing the association between the values. Regression is, when it comes to regression, its primary intent is to reckon the values of hampered variable based on the values of the fixed variable. Correlation stipulates the degree to which both of the variables can move together. However, regression specifies the effect of the change in the one variable or in the unit is known variable and the evaluated variable is. Correlation helps us to constitute the connection between the two variables, while regression helps us in estimating the variable's value based on the another given value is. So this is a difference and 5 points were said. And let's see the next question is. Prepare the same decision tree for the table which is said using the one more algorithm that's called ID3 algorithm. The ID3 algorithm uses entropy and information gain. We already discussed what is entropy is. So entropy, the decision uses to build top-down from a root node and involves the partitioning of data into homogeneous subsets. To check the homogeneity of a sample, ID3 uses the entropy. Therefore, entropy is 0 when sample is completely homogeneous, and entropy of 1 when sample is equally divided between the different classes is. And information gain is based on the decrease in entropy after splitting a data set based on the attributes. The meaning of constructing a decision tree is all about finding the attributes having the highest information gain is. The formula for the entropy is sigma of minus pi into log of pi. The gain here S using A is entropy of S minus sigma of P of S given A into entropy of S given A. Using this particular formula, it is possible you can construct a decision trees. So these are the entire question paper is, and thank you very much.